1180 and the new 96.1.
Never mind. Quiet. Socialism.
Gosh, Griffith, I thought we were free market capitalists here.
No,
we can be
we're
as big
socialists.
as we want. Take things over. All right, listen, we got important stuff to get to. We got Scott Schweitzer here to talk about the Bud Nationals, the ultimate event at Bakersfield Speedway, wrapping up this last weekend. 2 days of racing, more than 200 cars. How many laps of racing did you have?
Oh man, just right at 600 laps.
Right.
210 cars or something, the way you figure it out by how many races we had. So it was filled up. Great weekend, great weather, great fan counts, great car counts. It was a good weekend of racing.
You couldn't have
out
really
there.
asked for better weather. You know, especially
Well, we could.
Yeah.
My sweatshirt sales were down. The T-shirt guy didn't like that too
Yeah, I
much,
bet
but that's
not.
all right. He sells them at Vegas next month at the Duel in the Desert, so we'll make up for
the
it.
weather Saturday was kind of like a mix of like it was kind of cool early on, and then it was kind of warm. I don't know, but I mean, I was in different places on Saturday, and got a little warm. I know up on the Panorama Bluffs there Saturday night, but I don't know about where you were at in Oildale.
It wasn't bad. We had a nice breeze, which is nice. The way our racetrack sets and the sun sets behind you and the grandstands, it's a great night.
It's a pleasant night.
Yeah.
From a fan perspective, you can't really beat it. And that's what I like about going out there. Okay, let's take a look. We got so much stuff to get to. Tom Mocht sent me a lot of photos. And by the way, let's just skip through all this. We've touched this before. There's Tina Bell. All area driving awards. There it is. Bud Nationals 30th annual. And how many? How many now have you done?
This was my 13th.
13th.
Yeah.
And pluses and minuses for you on this event. What worked and what would you like to fix in the future?
To me, everything worked. I mean, the show ran good. We were in. Didn't have any major crashes. Nobody tore up stuff. The only thing the only negative is we raced Friday, and our racers are not used to racing Friday, and it's tough for guys to come from out of town, and we have to draw a line of it. We're going to start at 4 o'clock, and some of those drivers have a tough time getting there on time on Friday. So that's really the only negative in the whole situation. But
Now, where did you have drivers? Did you have guys come in from like Oregon? And where are some of the drivers from?
We had a late model driver and a modified driver from New Mexico. Great people. 5 or 6 teams from Oregon.
Okay.
We had some from Nevada. Just kind of all over. You never really know. We don't do a pre-enter, so we don't know, how many people. We just sell parking stalls, so
They just show up.
yeah, they just kind of come. I mean, dirt racers are not real. They're not the type of people that are pre-planned and send in an entry form. But
unlike the guy who's in the green room, where people are fighting to get into that spot the first day, and
Yeah.
so you kind of have an idea off the bat. Okay.
But
Well, let's get to some of this stuff here, and these are the late models that Tom sent over, and what is it that people love about the late models?
just that they're fast. I mean, they're big, they're fast, loud race cars, and they just put on a heck of a show with that big of a car. In our racetrack, we can get 3 wide on that track, and it's just exciting to see that.
And here's the guitar that Budweiser gives
Friday
out.
night winner.
Friday night winner.
Yep.
Tony Toast.
Tony
right?
Toast, right? Who has he had a win in the late models this season?
Yeah, he's won at our track during our local shows
Right.
throughout the year, and Tony's been a great supporter this year. And he hurt a motor earlier in the year, and I don't know if that's his late model motor or a modified motor that he had in that car, but he still supports the racetrack and comes over from the coast and did an outstanding job.
And this is your Saturday night winner, right? And this is
Yeah, Steve
He's
Drake.
been racing there. He's raced in a lot of those. Of those 30 Bud Nationals, Steve Drake has raced in an awful lot of those. He goes back a long way. He's been racing a long time. He was one of the top competitors when Dick Shepherd was racing late models on dirt. So,
And it's been a long time
history.
since he's been in the victory lane at our racetrack.
Yeah.
So it was good to see Steve. And the way the format wins, he won his heat. He goes into a dash qualifier, and he won that to get the pole. And then, man, he was like a rocket. Had the car set up perfect, and you just weren't going to mess with
And you
him.
look at who had a battle here on Saturday night. I mean, look who's right behind him. The guy who owns the keys to your facility, Bobby
Yeah.
Hogue the fourth.
Yeah, Bobby Bobby was busy. He was running the modified and the late model, jumping cars back and forth. So it was a lot of work. And,
How difficult do you think that is? I mean, that's got to be really hard, I think.
It is, but Bobby's got his stuff so in tune with Bakersfield Speedway, and the dad has the car ready. So he literally gets done with one race, and the car's sitting in the hot lane, and he just gets a drink of water and cleans his glasses and
Gets
jumps
right back
over.
in
And the
there.
guy's in superb shape and doesn't do it at our place. He
Right.
does a lot of events that are like this. So if there's one guy that can handle it, that's him.
All right, Steve Drake was your winner in the Saturday late models. Bobby Hogue the fourth and second. Nick Bartels, go back to that one more time. Sorry, was in third. Tony Toast, who was the winner on Friday night,
Right.
finishing fourth. Colin Weinenberger.
Yeah, that was a team that actually has been supporting us for the last few years from Oregon, and he also ran modifieds and late models, so did a great job jumping back and forth.
All right, let's take a look at Friday night results. And again, Tony Toast was the winner, beating out Steve Drake and Bryson James. Nick Bartels was there in fourth. Clay Daly in fifth. Cody Laney in sixth. Bobby Hogue the fourth in seventh. So, Tony Toast, that's a tough night of racing there.
And that Bryson James, another car from Oregon, and I think that kid's only like 16 years old. I think he's the only kid that's younger than Cody Laney wheeling those cars, so did a fantastic job.
All right, looking at the modifieds now, and another.
That's just an awesome shot.
Yeah.
that is an awesome
And
shot.
that's what we had all weekend long. I mean, these guys are fighting for the Bud Nationals to get into the big show, and they're not waiting around. As soon as the green flag drops, they're on it, and that's what it produces.
You know why that's an awesome shot, by the way? John, just come back to me for a second. You see it?
Oh, yeah, it was there.
Yeah, that's right there. Gill's transmission.
Yeah. For anybody that wants a picture of your car, put a big Gill sticker on it.
Yeah.
The average goes up so
Gill's
much higher.
transmission. Auto Truck Racing RV. Give them a call at, what's the number there? Can you see the number there,
It's
Mike?
324-2242.
Yeah, Mike. I actually had Gill's transmission do a little work on my car. The other
Did
day.
you? Yeah, they've done
Yeah.
some work on my cars.
He called me up, by the way, and he said, well, tell me if that bleep and bleep works. Does it not bleep and work? If it doesn't bleep and work, bring the bleeping thing back here right away. And then I brought it back because I was afraid.
Yeah.
But that's what you
Tom
want.
did a great job all weekend too. Got to thank him. He was all over that place and shoots great shots for
I
us.
talked to him on Sunday because he called me on Sunday, and I thought he might have been dead. So the only thing I think the bird was in the background yapping away. But this anyway. So great stuff there. The modifieds always put on a great show,
Right.
and there's Kyle Heckman with the win and the guitar. Has he won a Bud National before?
Boy, I don't think so. The way he drove that car this weekend, I mean, looked like he was after his first guitar and did a fantastic job. Fantastic job.
Absolutely.
It was
All
a
right.
great battle on Saturday night. Him and Brad coming to the checkered flag. I mean, there was a car halfway on the wall, and he did a great job.
Nice.
So.
All right, taking a look at the results again. Kyle Heckman on Saturday night with the win over Brad Pounds. Roger Holder is there. Bobby Hogue. I mean, that group there, you look at those guys. Bobby Hogue the fourth, in fourth. Kyle Yek in fifth, and Levi Kiefer in sixth. I mean, Mike Griffith, these are guys you write about all the time.
Oh, yeah, Levi's won, 3 races out there this year. Roger Holder's fast when he's there. He races a lot of different things.
Brad Pounds is a track champion.
All of a sudden, he's got in a car that's
Yeah, he made a car switch.
made
another
a car switch, and he's back
and-
at the top again.
And Brad actually in Saturday night, he had to go through a B main. Didn't make it through his heat race. Went to a B main, won the B main. So he had to start 13th, and on the track surface, dry, slick, and wide to come up. And I mean, lost the main event by 6 inches. So heck of a show for Brad. I mean, definitely the hard charger and put on a great event.
All right, taking a look at Friday night. Brad Pounds with the win on Friday night. Kyle Heckman in second. Bobby Hogue in third. Troy Folger in fourth. Colin Weinberger in fifth. And Roger Holder in sixth. Again, if you look at that top 10, you got Levi Kiefer, Ethan Dotson, Robbie Sawyer, and Jake Gallardo all in the top 10. A great field there on Friday night.
Yeah, the modifieds always put on a good show. Good drivers and good shows during the Bud Nationals.
A little bit out of order here, but this is the Sport Mod, and Nick Spainhoward, the world-class beard, looks like he's rocking that guitar already. He's got the trophy girls with him. I mean, unbelievable show.
I say there's a little karma. He came on the show. We said maybe you can get a
Absolutely.
guitar.
Right.
You got a guitar.
Absolutely. Taking a look at some of these beautiful Sport Mod photos from the one and only Tom Mock.
And Ricky Childress had his 16 had another pretty good race
Yeah,
there.
and Ricky was working his way up there, but I mean, once Nick's out in the front, Nick's hard to beat, and Nick's only had 2 wins this year: the Mike Mosher Classic and now the Bud Nationals. So, for the wins that he got this year were huge events, and so he got the track champion and now the nationals win. So
Nick Spain-Howard, as we mentioned, the victory, and Ricky Childress Jr. I think we had a pretty good track record of people who come on the show doing pretty well the next week. Jay Marks, Michael Johnson, Nick Sylvester, and James Cecil round out your top 6. Billy Simpkins there in 7th. Kevin Johnson in 8. Michael Black in 9. Austin Fry in 10. By the way, when I was putting in Billy's name in there, for whatever reason, it wanted to spell check it. Wanted to change it to Simeon. I'm not kidding. I'm just telling you. All right, this is
I won't want. Yeah.
Hobby
Spell
Stocks.
check sometimes wants to change things to inappropriate things.
Inappropriate
as well.
things. That's an inappropriate one. This is surprising because Kevin Collier didn't win it, but he did finish in the top 10. Collier, who dominated all season long in the hobby stock class, but another great field, another great race.
yeah, Hobby Stocks again put on a great show. They run 2 nights. They run the first night, run all their heats and all that. Then they start with a B main and work their way down. And Michael Scruggs has put on a great race. Him and Hosfeld up there battling. And Collier was trying. I mean, he was making it, lap by lap by lap.
Yeah.
But this guy was out and gone and was able to get a Bud Nationals win. So a great way to finish the year off for Michael.
Very nice. And Hobby Stocks, Michael Scruggs, as mentioned, with the win. Brent Hosfeld, right?
Hosfeld.
Hosfeld in the 2nd place finish. Kyle Fife in 3rd. Raymond Nolan Sr. in 4th. Kevin Collier in 5th. John McKinley in 6th. Taylor Jones in 7th. Stephen Johnson, David Schuler, and Kenny Christensen wrap up the top 10 there. Western Pro Streets. Mike Johnson with the win. Billy Simpkins in 2nd. Steve Drake, Clay Daly, Lonnie Welch, Mike Corwin, Wayne Kaufman, Doug Thornton, Lee Jensen, and Tim Randolph, your top 10.
I'm kind of surprised Lee Jensen was so far down. Usually he's going to be up there in those top 3, if not the top 1.
Yeah, but that's a heavy hitter and named
Yeah.
some late model guys.
Oh,
and there
yeah.
was a lot of slide jobs going on in that division, not touching each other. So I think Lee's a little under horsepowered for that division, but still, yeah, did a great job.
All right, moving on. This is American Stocks now. And hey, go back to that photo again. Shockingly, Griff, there's a Gills transmission thing in there.
part.
That's actually my son right there.
Is that your son?
That's Brody. Just
Brody,
started
right.
racing, and yeah, Brody knows the deal. Put gills on it, you get your car.
And a
on-
Hungry
on
Hunter
photo.
Steakhouse.
That's
I
not a
kind of
bad
like
deal
that
either.
too.
Yeah, he works down there at Hungry Hunter, and they were able to step
Boy.
up for him. And this car, he's going to college. He wanted to build it. He built it. He's racing,
Good for
doing
him.
a great job.
Good for him. We
Yeah.
had a great meal at the Hungry Hunter. Anyway, sorry. Here's your winner in the American Stocks, and let's go right to the results, and that is Dakota Brown.
I think that's his 2nd straight win out.
Yeah, Dakota's had a great second half of the season. He took some time off mid-time, then came out about the Mike Mosier Classic and had a good run. He's a good driver, real strong car, and Eric Simmental's not no slouch by any means. So it was a good battle by those two and a good way to cap off the end of the year.
Finishing out the top 10 there, Ty Earnshaw, Brandon Ratcliffe. That's the father of Racing Mason, is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trevor Baker, Mike Waters, Chris Settlemeyer, Cody Johnson, Roger Welch, and Brody Schweitzer. There he is with the top 10 finish in his new car.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That was kind of exciting.
He's excited.
All right, so let's just now this in 2 weeks we have the Be Tough event, right?
Yeah, we have the Apocalypse Speedway Off-Road Series, it's called. And it's a
Right.
cool thing. They got some side-by-sides, some UTVs, mini dwarf racing. We kind of turned the racetrack into a little Lucas off-road track type deal. And
Right.
it turns out to be a good deal.
And on now, as you get ready for the Turkey Thunder thing, Thanksgiving Thunder, will you be off this year?
Yeah, I got to go to Reno, and we do our Reno convention, a convention in Vegas. So there's a few little racetrack deals, and got a pretty important meeting with World of Outlaws that
Nice.
I'm really excited
Ah,
about.
that's a nice
so
little bit of news. Very
that's
good.
looking real well.
It's
So
been a long time since World of Outlaws have been in Bakersfield.
absolutely. So
A long time.
We've pretty much got a date locked in, not 100%, but we're working on that. So we're looking forward to making a big announcement.
No
on that.
wheat this year.
No, don't have time for that because of these off-season events and stuff like that.
Right.
Plus, takes water to grow the wheat.
takes
and
water, right.
We don't get much rain out here.
And hopefully El Nino comes through.
Yeah, and we actually had a racer from Iowa that commented to me that he's like, as we're flying in the plane for the race, he goes, the farther we got west, the browner it looked, and I'm like,
welcome to
yeah,
the West.
welcome to California.
Right, absolutely. All right, Scott Schweitzer, you have your homework. 6 things to remember. From
When's
this,
that due?
next week.
Next week.
Next
Oh,
week.
man.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir. We'll talk to you
All right,
next week.
thank you.
All right. We'll be right back with Autocopa Motor Raceway and hopefully Busch.